In 2018, things were at their worst, and I weighed 110 kilos. I was unhappy, I hated my job, I hated how I looked, but most of all, I hated myself and the person I'd become. I was difficult to be around, and I was having a negative impact on the people in my life. I felt stuck, I felt helpless, and food became my escape from it all. Changing jobs and losing weight would be a recurring thought on my mind, but actually doing it never felt possible. It wasn't until June 2019 when I finally decided to do something about my weight. My motivation was to go back and play football. I'd stopped playing for almost 2 years and I was desperate to go back. I signed up to a gym near work and started my weight loss journey. Over the summer, I was the most driven and disciplined I had ever been. Eating no more than 1,200 calories a day and spending 2 to 3 hours in the gym, on the treadmill, on the bike, lifting weights and swimming, I put myself in a 2,000 to 3,000 calorie deficit each day. I made a lot of sacrifices. I stopped seeing my friends and I spent a lot of time on my own, between work, the gym, preparing my meals and sleeping. Weight loss was all I would think about. 5 minutes wouldn't go by that I didn't think about losing weight. And finally doing something about it made me feel good about myself for the first time in over 2 years. By October, I lost 20 kilos. I was the fittest I'd been in a long time, and I achieved my goal of getting back to playing football. All the sacrifices were worth it. Hello everyone, welcome to another video. So today, I'm going to be rewinding the clock 2 years, going back to June 2019 to be exact, and going through a full day of my diet and my workout, my training routine when I first started losing weight, when I started my weight loss journey, June 11th, 2019 to be exact, when I first went to the gym, first started my diet. Today I'm going to be going all the way back and reliving one of those days. It was a 1,200 calorie diet, about 3 or 4 hours in the gym. I did it in a very, very aggressive, unhealthy, unsustainable way. I would never recommend it, I would never do it again. Today I'm going to take you through a full day like that, eating the same foods, training the same way. So it is now 8:10 in the morning. I'm on my way to the office as well for the first time in over a year. So this makes it a bit more accurate because back in 2019 I was obviously going to the office 5 days a week. So this is a bit more accurate, a bit more reflective of what it would be like if I was just working at home. This is going to be a typical day for me on Mondays to Fridays during that weight loss period. Weekends were a completely different thing, and I might do a video of my diet routine during the weekends, which was essentially just binging my life away, and you'll see why after you see what I eat today. Anyway, I'm now on the way to my office. Didn't have any breakfast in that diet because I believe that, breakfast would make me gain weight, and it was an easy way to skip a meal, skip calories, and basically eat less. So no breakfast for me. I'm on my way to the office now, so I'll catch up with you when it's time to do some training or have my first meal, which will be in a few hours. Let's get into it. So I've been working for a few hours and it is now 11:59 exactly. And this part is really important because I used to be waking up hungry, having obviously not eaten much the day before, spend all morning starving, get to the office, really hungry, keep myself busy with work, and then when it gets to 11 o'clock will be my countdown, my 1 hour countdown to be able to eat. And for some reason, I'll be starving, but for some reason I was obsessed with not eating before midday and making sure that I only ate straight after 12 o'clock. Because again, if I ate before midday, if I broke technically my fast, my opening intermittent fast, whatever the hell it was, then that would be a sign of failure with my diet. So it is now 11:59, and I remember I'll be sitting at my desk through to 11:45 and then leaving to grab my lunch. And for lunch I have you can't see that because of the sun, it is well, you saw me grab it, it's a tuna cucumber sandwich, 327 calories. You saw me grab it as well with a banana and a bottle of water. This will be my first meal of the day and one of only 2 meals in the day. And then as soon as it hits 12 o'clock is when I can eat my food. And the most depressing part about all this is that I'll be waiting about 5 or 6 hours for this, and then it'll be finished in about 30 seconds. I'd find a park bench, get some Netflix out, and just go to town on this. It'd be absolutely unreal. There's one thing about eating 1200 calories a day, you appreciate every bite. I'm comparing this right now to what I normally eat. On a normal day I would have had about 600-700 calories already, and my lunch would be so much bigger. Just to think that this is what I was having, waiting 6 hours to eat, is reminding me how obsessed I used to be with weight loss. I channeled a weird inner sense of discipline and obsession that you wouldn't believe. Not recommending it though, because it wasn't healthy and it messed with me hair. That's the sandwich done. Now onto the banana, and it's not even. It's 12:02. Ridiculous. You wait 5 hours for a meal that you smash in about 3 minutes. Done. Sandwich done. Banana done. And it's 12:03. Am I still hungry? You bet I am. The next time I get to eat is after about 3, 4, 5 more hours of work, then a 3-hour gym session, then I get to have my dinner. Absolutely ridiculous. So now I'm gonna go for a walk and then finish off work and then leave, head to the gym. So I'll catch up with you when it's time for the workout. Boom! And we've made it to the gym. So in terms of training and workouts, funny enough and ironically enough, I actually still train the same way I used to train now. Back in 2019, I was doing 2-3 hours in the gym after work, and that was mainly to lose weight, to burn as many calories as possible. I was running, cycling, strength training, swimming. But now it's for a triathlon. So similar training routines, and actually I've just realized that the reason I'm so okay with training like this now for 2-3 hours for a triathlon and doing, hours on a bike and then on the treadmill and then, hours on the, strength training and then leaving basically the gym 3 hours later is because this is what I used to do back in 2019. So like my mind and my body, and I'm just sort of used to coming to the gym at 4 or 5 o'clock and leaving at 8, 9 o'clock. So that's something I got used to really. I'm not saying it's normal, but I guess what I'm saying is you can normalize anything. The only difference now is I have a lot more food before I come to train and I eat a lot more after I train. Whereas before, back in 2019, when I was losing weight between June 2019 and October 2019, I had, just that tuna sandwich that you've seen me eat and that banana. Now I'm going to do this ridiculous amount of volume of training, and then when I go home, you'll see my meal. So, some similarities, a lot of differences. But anyway, we're at the gym now. Let's get into it.
always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Keep my head up when I act, head up, that's a fact. Never looking back, I'ma keep myself on track. Keep my head up, staying strong, always moving on. Feel I don't belong, tell my thoughts to move along. Push myself to be the best, die with no regrets. Live with every breath, see my message start to spread. And I had so many dreams, then you hit your teens. Life ain't really what it seems, try to find out what it means. Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Yeah, I put out all this art, it's my only medicine. Yeah, everything I do, I'm just being genuine. Yeah, I'm sick of being screwed, feel my own adrenaline. Yeah, I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah. I'm grateful, oh yeah, able, oh yeah, I'm stable, oh yeah, no label, oh yeah, you know me, I have only a path, I'm lonely, but damn, I'm going to I don't want no fake love, I want the real stuff. Everybody listen up, cause I'll only say it once. You're never gonna make it, you're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different? Man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible, it's not probable, you're irresponsible. Too many obstacles, you gotta stop it, yo. You gotta take it slow, you can't be a pro. Don't waste your time no more. Who the fuck are you to tell me what to do? I don't give a damn if you say you disapprove. I'm gonna make my move, I'm gonna make it soon. And I'll do it cause it's what I wanna fucking do. Cause all these opinions and all these positions, they come in millions, they blocking your vision. But no, you can't listen, that shit is all fiction. Cause you hold the power as long as you're driven. There's no way that you make it. And maybe you can fake it, but you're never gonna make it. Are you just gonna take that? Make them take it all back. Don't tell me you believe that. Are you just gonna take that? Or will you fucking fight back? Fucking fight back. You ain't gonna make it, you ain't never ever gonna break it. You can never beat them and they're better than you face it. Thinking that they give a damn, you're not, think a straight kid. No, they don't give a damn, you got what I'm saying? I'm not fucking playing, I'll give it to you straight, man. There's too many others and you're not that great, man. Stop what you're saying, stop what you're making. Everybody here knows that you just faking. Nah, I don't wanna hear it anymore, I don't wanna hear it anymore. All these fucking thoughts, they are not what I need anymore. I'm about to shut the motherfucking door on all you poor ass haters with your heads in the clouds, talking out loud so proud. You better shut your goddamn mouth before I do more, speak out. It's about to head south. Never gonna make it. There's no way that you make it. And maybe you can fake it, but you're never gonna make it. Are you just gonna take that? Make them take it all back. Don't tell me you believe that. Are you just gonna take that? Or will you fucking fight back? Fucking fight back.
Oh, and there you have it. That's a 3-hour workout. Ridiculous workout. I can't believe I used to do that. Now, I'm not surprised that I used to do that because I'm sort of doing that now. I can't believe I used to do that on what is the biggest empty stomach that this world can imagine. I was obsessed, man. I was genuinely obsessed with losing weight and just getting healthier and fitter. And I guess I did it in an extreme way. But there you go. Now, I actually don't feel too bad after doing that. Like I said, I'm actually pretty much doing that right now for triathlon training. So I'm not like completely dying and exhausted. I'm used to that. The next part, I'm not excited about. So let's get to it. And we are back from the workout, from the gym, for dinner. And final meal of the day, 2 pieces of cod straight in the microwave. Close that up. And I think this is how I developed the habit of wanting to eat my food as soon as possible, as quickly as possible, because I'd come back starving and I just needed to eat as quickly as possible as without waiting. So I'd get 2 pieces of cod straight in the microwave. If they were frozen, I would have had them out in the morning, straight in the microwave, and then I can eat it straight after. So I'm gonna wait for that to get done. Catch up with you in a bit. And there we have it. 2 pieces of cod, some ketchup on the side, and a banana. And that is my dinner. That's my final meal of the day. And as I said before, you're so hungry that you appreciate every bite, you appreciate every meal. That's very good. I used to come back from the gym, long day in the office, 3 hours in the gym, starving, having only had the tuna and the banana. I'd be so excited about this meal. So total calories for the whole day are going to be on the screen now. It's just over 1,000 calories. I actually thought it was 1,200 calories at the start of the video, but it turns out it's just over 1,000 calories. And that's what I did pretty much Monday to Friday for 4 months straight. And then I would basically go nuts on the weekend and binge. And I actually did some calculations. On the weekends, I was probably having about 15,000 calories on Saturday and Sunday in total. So about 7,500 calories each day binging after having 1,000 calories a day Monday to Friday. Now, when I did the maths, if I was having, let's say, 5,000 calories Monday to Friday and then 15,000 calories on the weekend, that's 20,000 calories across the 7 days. If you divide that by 7, you're looking at about 2,800 calories a day. Now, that's a lot of food. And that's pretty much what I'm eating now. And I get to eat all the food that I want. I get to have the snacks that I want. I get to have the sugar that I want, the desserts that I want. And I'm not harming myself, not restricting myself, and I'm not gaining weight. So to think that if I just had a more balanced diet across the 7 days rather than having a 5 and 2, I would have actually not had to, binge or restrict myself and really suffer, or even have to eat 1,000 calories a day, which is just ridiculous. So in terms of this diet, going back and reliving it, it's not something I'd ever recommend to anyone. I would never recommend anyone eats less than 2,000 calories. Whether you're a man or woman, nobody should be eating less than 2,000 calories. That's my opinion. I think if you want to lose weight and you want to, lose some fat, lose weight, whatever it is, you can do all of that eating 2,000 calories a day. It's just a question then of how long it takes you to lose weight. So what I'm saying is, me eating like this was a very aggressive diet, and I ended up losing 20 kilos in 4 months. Now that's very aggressive, and nobody should ever do that. But what happens when you lose that much weight that quickly is you do develop eating disorders, you do develop a bad or unhealthy relationship with food, which is what I did, which is why I'd always recommend people eat at least at 2,000 calories a day, even trying to lose weight and prolong their weight loss journey over a much longer period. But obviously saying that, people are, keen on fast change, quick success, quick results, and I guess that's a difficult thing to come to terms with. But what this doing today has reminded me is how obsessed I became with weight loss, that I took the basic principles of weight loss, which were calorie deficit, resistance training, weight training, and cardio. I took those 3 principles and I just applied them to the extremes, where I went down to 1,000 calories a day and my calorie deficit was about 3,000 calories a day. I trained for about 3 hours a day, and I took those 2 things to extremes, and that's how I, lost so much weight. Now, I'm not recommending anyone do that at all, but what I am saying is the reason I did that is because I became obsessed with weight loss. So the lesson, actually going back to today, is I think to really be successful at anything, to really achieve the goals that you set yourself, whatever goals they are, they could be to lose 20 kilos in 3 months, they could be to lose 20 kilos in a year, it could be to lose 5 kilos in 3 months. Whatever your goals are, I do think some sort of obsession, some sort of healthy obsession with it is important to develop that urgency, that dedication to something, to make it a priority. And the moment you make something a priority, I do believe that you end up making it something that you're mildly obsessed with. So I'm not saying that what I did and how I lost weight is the right thing to do, but I am saying that taking something seriously, if you want to achieve that goal, is very important. What ends up happening is you probably do develop a mild obsession, but I think that's how you end up dedicating yourself to something and really achieving your goals. And the funny thing is, doing this diet and going back, is I realized I was unhappy when I was overweight. I wasn't comfortable in who I was, I wasn't comfortable in my skin, and mentally I wasn't in a good place when I was overweight at 110 kilos. But reliving one of these days reminded me that I also wasn't happy doing this. I wasn't happy eating 1,000 calories. I wasn't happy starving. I wasn't happy having lots of cravings. And I wasn't happy training 3 hours and going to bed really, really hungry. So the truth is, you can choose to be overweight and not be happy and have that difficult life. Or you can choose to work really hard and also, you know, not be happy. I think there's two types. Both things are hard. Being overweight is hard. Losing weight is hard. You just have to choose which one you'd prefer. And despite how unhealthy and unsustainable this diet was, I am glad that I did it, got through it, and, you know, basically put myself first, put my health first, prioritized my mental well-being, my physical well-being, came out of the other side, and now I live a much more sustainable and healthier life. But the funny thing is, whilst overweight and whilst losing all that weight, I wasn't happy, because wasn't happy with how my body was at 110 kilos, and I definitely wasn't happy, you know, cutting so much food, restricting myself, and then binging. I just didn't feel good. But the truth is, both things, achieving the goals that you want or not working towards them, both things are going to be difficult. It's about choosing which kind of difficult you want to live with. And that is all cod done. It's now time for dessert. I can't believe this is what I consider dessert. So you would have seen the macros for the day. Just over 1,000 calories. And I think it's about 56 grams of protein, which is just ridiculous. Nowadays I get about, 40 to 50 grams of protein per meal. Do you think that back then I was having 60 grams of protein a day for 5 days a week, not moderating carbs, protein, fats, even micros? Like you can see that meal there, no vegetables whatsoever. The only piece of fruit that I'd have in the day, 2 bananas. On the weekends, I wouldn't even touch fruit. It'd all be sugary foods and processed foods and fast food. It's so weird that I lost weight doing that, but I guess that makes sense considering at the end of the day I went into a serious calorie deficit. But yeah, no vegetables during the week, end of the week, lots of fish, tuna, and bananas. But anyway, that's the end of the video. That is a full day of eating and training and my daily routine when I first started losing weight, when I was trying to lose weight. One of my days from Monday to Friday, 1,000 calories a day, and then training 3 hours a day. Hopefully, I don't know, you enjoyed the video, you found it useful, and you took something away from it, and hopefully what you took away is not to ever do what I did. I think naturally what I might do next is a video of full day of eating, of how I gained weight or how I was eating when I became 110 kilos, which me and my brother were discussing the other day. Would just be a filthy day of eating. But yeah, I think I might do a video like that next. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you're new, please do subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace!